The first hot topic we have for you today is on a tweet that went viral about a man who advised women to never aspire to be more successful than their husbands. He went further to add that why would a woman aspire to be richer than her husband? This has generated so much backlash on social media as usual, as expected. Now, do you agree with this? There are various angles to this. You can join the conversation 070-806-68014. You can also tweet to us at TVC Connect. Please hashtag YourViewTVC so we can read your tweets. Let's note that this man did not say his wife cannot be successful, because we're going to start having, how can you say a woman should not have a job or whatever? No, that's not what this man is saying. He's saying you can, but it should not supersede that of the husband, or shouldn't overshadow God. That's what he says. So you can fly as much as you want, but guys should better fly higher. That's all he's saying. So do you agree? And in the whole concept of submissive wife, does it help submission if you know that your husband is more, is richer than you, is more influential, is more successful than you are? Or is it going to make things worse knowing that you're even richer than just your spouse? What are your thoughts? Who would like to go first? Why are you looking at me like that?
Because I agree with some elements of it. I don't think that a wife should go into marriage aspiring to be richer than her husband or wealthier or more influential than her husband. That shouldn't be your aspiration. You shouldn't be in competition with your partner. You're working together. So no wife should aspire to be bigger than her husband. Every woman, every human being should aspire to maximize their potential. If your potential actually might surpass your husband, then be richer, be wealthier. But it's not... your finance as a woman should not be excluded from the family finance in the ideal sense of it. So whatever you own belongs to the man too. So it's not a competition of I want to be richer than him, I want to be more influential than him. That mindset is wrong. What you should compete is with yourself. I want to be the best. I want to make more money than I made last year. I want to reach out to more people than I did last year. So if your aspiration to be better than where you were before pushes you beyond your husband.
Talk about sugar coat skinny. Because he said, do not aspire to succeed more than your husband. Let's imagine that your husband already is comfortable where he is. You are restricted because you don't want to ever go and aspire something that will make you richer than him. You have entered one chance if you try. Because we've seen marriages where men say, you just want to have money so you show off. We've seen these are serious issues that affect people's marriages. This is beyond personal... Talk about your soft needs.
No, I'm saying that a woman should aspire. A woman should aspire to be all that she can be. If in being all that she can be, she earns more than her husband, it's okay. But she should not aspire to beat her husband. You see, we get into marriage and we turn it into competition, and the woman is saying, I make 500K, and you want to make 5 million naira, and that shouldn't be. That's not healthy.
Yeah, go ahead, please.
Okay, this issue is actually a serious issue because according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics data, I said about 28% of marriages, women are the breadwinners. So it's not a trend that is likely to come down. So this is why it has to be discussed. For me, I don't think it's an issue. But I read opinions yesterday. Some people are saying that if the gap is too wide, that's when it becomes an issue. For example, the woman is earning 350K and the man is earning 150K, that is when it becomes an issue. But I think marriage is much more than what you earn. I think there are so many things that the husband and the wife can contribute to the marriage beyond earnings. So if they feel that they can work together as a team, that is the most important thing. And for any man who has this pride that he doesn't want his wife to earn more than him, then I think a career-driven woman should not be the qualities you should look for in a marriage.
See, I like where you took us to, because the issue really is with the men. Or let's look at it, not the issue with men. Let's look at it from the men's perspective, because it's easy to say women don't aspire to be as. But men, why are you the one looking for the high flyers? Yes. Why are you looking for those women who are driven, who are self-driven? I've had this fight with somebody I know who was complaining that his wife was just wanted to just do too much, and I told him, I said, bros, you should have just gone to Ibadan and find somebody. But it's good. Go to Lagos in one corner, in one village in Lagos.
Exactly.
Find somebody that you know that will not compete with you, not even subject to whatever you're saying. Because the truth is that if you're going to marry a 21st century woman today, but like now, she has aspirations too. She wants
and you
to
must
become
allow
successful.
it without being, because now if you talk about competition, it might be the men being in competition with what they see their women likely to achieve. I've seen where, as a young girl, I've heard someone say to me, why are you using this phone? The person you're supposed to be dating has a phone. You did not check the value of his phone to go out before you bought yours.
Yes.
I wonder that I did not collect money from him. It's my father that gave me money to do my business. I use my business proceeds to buy myself a phone that I can afford, and I should be checking boyfriend's phone before I can buy a phone. I found it ridiculous. So I've seen it being translated into marriages.
Yeah.
A woman who can actually afford a brand of car will be made to buy a brand lesser than her husband's, or buy that car and submit the key.
Okay, let's talk about that for a second.
The issues are very serious out there.
This example you just laid out, I want us to elaborate on it. Now, she's doing it probably not because she feels like
she's not in competition.
She's not in competition, but it helps her to submit better. It helps her to feel like, listen, I don't want you to think that I want to overshadow you, because it helps her marriage.
Okay,
it feels her husband's ego.
No, you see, the man's ego should not be dependent on his wife.
Exactly.
The man's ego shouldn't be dependent on his wife or his finances.
Right.
I have, in my own case, my phones have always been more expensive than my husband's own. And he usually is the one funding it for me. My husband will drive a brand new car and I'm driving a fairly used car. He knows he can't do it. I must always look finer. I'm your product. I'm your pride. Every time I go ahead of you, it shows you have done a good job. So for me, I feel that when a man begins to see his role or his manhood or his ego from how I'm able to lord myself over my household, then the man has issues in himself. It is a thing of pride for a man to have a flourishing, successful wife. And until the man gets comfortable with seeing his wife doing well, then he's limiting himself.
Most men are not comfortable. Some of them begin to feel emasculated. For example, there's a trend that when men feel that their wives are starting to earn more, you see that there's a decline in how they help in domestic chores, everything. So I think that they're trying to reinforce the authority and stuff. So it's
no, some just try to create impediments.
Sweetheart, I know someone, when he found out his wife was earning a whole lot of money, not even more, just a whole lot of money. He now said, sweetheart, bring the money to the table. You will pay school fees, you will pay house rent. By the time he'd finished dissecting the girl's money, she didn't have anything. It was as good as she didn't have anything, and he was just a matter of money.
Exactly. Hello.
Hello. Good morning.
Good morning.
Where are you?
Good morning, madam.
Hello. Good morning.
You're live. Go ahead, please.
Yeah. Sokwe, how are you?
Fine, thank you.
Nima.
Ma, good morning, ma.
I love you all.
Love you, ma.
Thank you.
I'm a first-time caller.
Welcome to the show.
In fact, I'm so much interested in this topic of today. You know, we Nigerian women, we are not even doing this only in Nigeria, even to the overs. When we have an opportunity of small things over our husbands, we use it a lot to ride the men.
Wow.
There are some people, your husband will submit to you. So there are some men, marriages, especially these nowadays marriages. They will say, okay, I will be sweeping for you. The husband will just take it over. He can sweep. He can say, let me help my wife to wash plates, to do this, to do that. But I can see that the women of nowadays, they use it over their husbands. Are you hearing me?
Yes, very clearly.
They use it over their husbands. Any day that the man doesn't do that such thing that he said he will be doing for the wife, just to make the marriage work, is a tug of war in the marriage.
Thank you very much, ma, for your view. Thank you very much.
While I agree with Madam Abiodun that some women are unable to handle power and success, and they feel they're unable to differentiate the roles of being a woman and a wife and submit within marriage, I don't think examples like washing plates, cooking are right ways to justify being a man. It does not emasculate a man to wash plates. It is our household's plate. It doesn't emasculate you. I grew up with my dad washing bathroom. Like, it was strange for me to wash bathroom when I got married because it was my daddy's job. He washed bathrooms, and that was it. So when we now make it look like this is a demeaning job, it is for the woman. A demeaning job, it is for the woman. It does not make you masculine to do this kind of job. I think that what will help marriages will be communication. It will help a man that feels money is getting into my wife's head to tell your wife, I feel that this money is getting into your head. When you have that conversation openly.
But even a lot of men just make that misconception. It's usually a misconception that this thing is getting, every little thing you do, is it because you are making more money
exactly.
than me? Every little thing. So the wife self is now feeling like, okay, maybe I should just not show him all my all the money I have. Let me not show him how much success I have. So now let us drive this conversation to the point where marriages are actually being destroyed because of this, and it's not enough to break homes. This is something that conversation can actually resolve. But let's talk about this issue of men accepting to live with a successful woman. How would you suggest for a man who has a very, very successful, that her car is 2019. You are still driving 1999.
It shouldn't be her car.
Exactly.
It shouldn't be, Mariah, that's the thing. It shouldn't, see my kids.
She bought the car with her money.
But the point is, it is not her car, it is our car.
Yeah.
You see, it shouldn't be, oh, this is her car, this is my car. This is the car in the house, and everybody can have access to it. It might come in your name, which is right and fair, but it is a car available to the household. Oh, I have an occasion I'm going for. The man can say, I have an occasion, I want to look again, bring your key, and he will go. And it shouldn't be a problem. But when we start making it look like...
Yeah, go ahead.
The truth is that they need to recognize that they are pioneers in this thing, because the previous generation, the reality is it wasn't like that. The men were considered the breadwinners. And this stems from a belief that when the man is a breadwinner, it means he has more say in the home. So yes, more money and more say, obviously. So they need to recognize that they are pioneers. They are testing new ground. So I think communication, as you mentioned, is very vital.
Okay, let me take this call from Joyce. Are you there?
Yes, good morning.
Morning.
How is everything?
Very well.
Okay, I called to appreciate Alaja.
Okay.
Alaja,
Sir, ma'am.
are you hearing me?
Yes, ma'am.
You're always on point.
Thank you.
I want to know whether if I am a lawyer. Are you a lawyer?
Yes, I am.
Eh?
Yes, I am.
Okay, you're always on point. You and Obiajuru. What of Obiajuru?
She's not here.
Okay, well done, eh?
Thank you, ma'am.
Can you go?
Thank you.
Thank you,
Okay,
Joyce.
so let me just, since I've been called
Let's take a few tweets here. Go ahead.
So I'd like to say that all marriages are peculiar. And a woman's decision to maybe state what her properties are is her experience. That's her business in her marriage. But you cannot generalize all of it. And she doesn't necessarily have to be in competition. Some women have to prove themselves in their marriages.
That's true.
Some people have been talked down upon. I've heard someone say, my son sent you to school. Do you understand? You cannot be anything. We made you. So the woman will start to push herself.
Right.
Whatever her drive is,
That's true.
should not be you don't know her story.
Right, right.
So she's not necessarily competing with her husband, but she just wants to aspire to be the best she can be and prove her self-worth to herself and maybe people who have talked down
on this, Nima, it's important we talk to the men that regardless of what, I'd like to go back to what Tokwe said, regardless of how much your wife earns, regardless of how successful she is, understand that it's your success.
It's a thing of pride.
It's
a pride. It's something of pride to see your wife succeed. And even if at some point, and it's not being permanent, everybody, life is always mountains and valleys. So there'll be high and lows on the journey of life. And so it might be that within the season you're in, and you're about to throw away your marriage for a season where she has more than you, without knowing whether the next season you would have more than her. So
there are so many stories.
Be comfortable with it.